This is not exactly a user story, but it's more like a requirement, something that we need in every nonprofit cloud. And this is tracking the relationships between constituents automatically. So we basically have two types of objects. We have account-account relationship, and we have contact-contact relationship. I'll explain this in more detail in a second. The objective is that whenever we create one account-account relationship, the inverse account-account relationship should get created automatically. Let's see this in action so that it makes more sense. Looking at this here, when we have Cumulus Cloud Bank here, we have a relationship between, we are on the object account-account relationships. We have a relationship between Cumulus Cloud Bank, let's look at the ones here, between Cumulus Cloud Bank and Dummy Business Account. And we have another relationship between Dummy Business Account and Cumulus Cloud Bank, account and related account. So for every relationship, we need to have two records, relationship between A and B, and then relationship between B and A. And then the role for each one of those is the opposite. So in the first relationship, it's firm, client. The second one is client, firm. So we just need to create two relationships. That's the nature of the system. Let's look at this on, let's see why we need two relationships instead of one. I'll open Cumulus Cloud Bank. And I know that it doesn't exist on the Lightning page, so I'm just going to edit this to add the account-account relationship object here. We are definitely not building a very good-looking Lightning page, but just for the sake of this demo, I'll add a related list here, and it's automatically grabbing account-account relationship, which is good. Let's save, and let's go out now. Right, we see all the related businesses or households to Cumulus Cloud Bank. Let's create just a new account so that it's not linked to anything else. Let's create a new account. And let's say that's an organization business account. And let's name this Quebec. Okay, that's all we need. Now let's go back to Cumulus and create a new relationship. We're gonna select Quebec, and then we're gonna select the same thing, firm, client. So Quebec is a client of this bank, and set this to active and save. Now, if we go to Quebec and refresh this page, even though we created a relationship already between Cumulus Bank and Quebec, there is nothing showing up here. So what we have to do is to go to Quebec as well and select that other relationship, Cumulus Cloud Bank, and select the inverse, this time client firm instead, and set this to active and save. Now you can see this relationship now in both of them because we created two of these manually. We would like this to be created automatically by creating just one on Cumulus Cloud Bank. That should trigger a flow to automatically create this one that you created manually in here. One further step that you can take to link these two relationships together is to go to the first relationship here and edit this. Why is it not letting me click on this? Okay, that's fine. I just closed it again. All right, that's fine. I'll just do it from the list view here. I'll edit this, and I will select this relationship that we created. It's number 8. I'll select this here. You see now this is also prone to error because I have to go check that number instead of writing something meaningful. And then save. And now just do the opposite. I'll go to this one This one is also not letting me edit. I'll open it in a new page, and let's edit this. And I want to select this relationship, the first relationship, which is 7. And let's select 7. And now these two relationships are related to each other. Okay, let's now try to get the flow to do this for us so that we don't have to just keep manually doing this. We're gonna go to the object and create a new record triggered flow. Flow triggers, new flow. Account relationship, whenever it gets created or updated, and I want to add only one condition in here. And that condition is the related inverse record ID is null true. So, let's just, like forget it for a second. I'll add it towards the end. And I'll explain why towards the end. Because we are creating records, then I'm gonna keep it at actions and related records. And here we're going to create the inverse account relationship. So we're gonna create inverse account relationship. Okay, I know this is definitely confusing. Bear with me. All right, so we're gonna create another account relationship, and we need to pick the opposite of everything now. So when we need the account ID to be the triggering record related account ID, and we need the related account ID to be the triggering record account ID. We also need the active to be true. What other fields do we need to populate? We need the party role relationship ID to be the triggering record party role relationship. Now I will open it because I don't need the same role, I need the inverse role, and you can find the inverse role inside the party role relationship itself. So in here I'll search for related inverse record ID. That's the inverse role. The last thing is you can add start date and end date and hierarchy type. The last thing is this related inverse record ID. The related inverse record ID, and that's we're creating two account relationships, and that field here is this one, is the related inverse record. So when we had this 7, we couldn't populate this field yet because 8 was not created, but after we created 8, we populated the related relationship with 7, and then we came back to 7 and we populated the related inverse record with 8. We're creating the relationship between these two. Okay, so this related inverse record is the triggering account relationship ID. Okay, account relationship ID. There it is. Now that we have created this other account relationship, now we're gonna update the triggering object, the triggering record, and update this field here. So this field here from the triggering object, we're gonna update it. We're gonna perform an update triggering record, update triggering account relationship, and we are setting the account relationship that triggered this flow, and then we need the related inverse record ID. This is the other account relationship that we created earlier here. That's the one from the create. That's account relationship ID from create inverse. Now let's save this for a second. Auto create inverse account relationship. Now, if we activate this and we go ahead and create an account relationship, it's going to automatically create the inverse account-account relationship, which triggers the flow to create another account-account relationship, which triggers the flow to run another account-account relationship, which triggers flow, and will keep repeating itself in a domino effect. So to stop that from happening, notice one thing we are doing here. We are updating the triggering record and we are populating the related inverse record ID. So once this related inverse record ID is populated, then it doesn't need to run again. So if we create an account-account relationship where the related inverse record ID is null, it needs to be null for this to run. If it's not null, it means it hasn't run before, so we need it to run. But if it was already populated, then then it shouldn't run. So null true, meaning it's empty. It has to be empty for this to run. Right, let's now save and activate, and let's give this a try. Let's go back to the same two records. I'll open Cumulus and Keyback. Let's close this and close this, and I'll delete this relationship, and let's delete it from here as well. And let's just do this again. A new relationship. We're going to select Keyback. Party role relationship is firm client, active, and save. It has saved successfully. Let's open this relationship and keep it open for a second and look at the expectation. What should have happened, we're going to see if this happened already or not, is a couple of things. One, we need an account-account relationship where the account is Keyback. Now it says account is the bank, but we need the opposite. The account should be Keyback, and the related account should be Cumulus Cloud Bank. The party role relationship should be the opposite of this, and instead of firm client, it should be client firm. And then the related inverse record should be populated with this one. So I already see that it has been created in here. Let's open this one. That's the other relationship. So everything we just mentioned should exist on this one. Keyback here, Cloud Bank there. This is client firm, and then the relationship 9 here. So all of the expectation is already there in place. If I go to the Keyback account, I can see the relationship showing up there.